I'll be back.
Terminator Dark Fate.
I'm barely gonna go see it.
Okay, so that movie's coming out in November. Right.
I'll see it sometime right before it comes out of theater.
We saw the trailer.
Yeah.
It's the
Garbage, man. It's like, this movie does not look good.
The second trailer looked a hell of a lot better than the first trailer.
Yeah, have you had to compare the two?
If you had to compare the two, yeah, it does look a little bit better.
Okay. I say the trailer for this movie looks worse than the trailer for Genesis.
Yeah, but with that, it's because he had the, they were trying too hard to replicate the friggin' 84 version, Cameron's.
I'm more excited about seeing Genesis, knowing what it was, than I am about Dark Fate.
And to a certain degree, I'm with you.
Okay.
It's another rehash in a lot of ways. But see, when you're dealing with Terminator, you have so much leeway because of the time travel aspect that you can play with it a little bit.
Which is one of the funny things, and I don't mean to derail you a little bit, but why have they never talked about that? They were like, they could just say that these are multiple timelines because we keep changing the timeline by going back and affecting things. All of these could be branching timelines off the same one. Everybody keeps trying to jump back and say those didn't count. Why can they not just count?
They should count.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're dealing with time travel.
Yeah, this is what happened in Terminator 3 when we went this way. Oh, but wait, we did this, and now it screwed the timeline up again, so now it branched this way, and now it branched that way.
Or if they in-game it, then those are still real. Those are still reality.
Oh, don't get me started about
that
in-games timeline.
In that timeline, this is legitimately what happens after Judgment Day.
Right.
Which it's the tagline really of the whole thing.
Right.
What happens to Judgment Day.
Okay.
Because the marketing pretty much wants you just to forget all of Rise of the
Machines. They want you to
Tokyo
drift this.
They want you to completely change
Rocky 5 this.
So now, director Tim Miller came on,
right,
and he's talking about.
Tim Miller did Deadpool, right?
He did Deadpool,
okay,
yeah, and he didn't get a chance to do part 2 because of creative differences with your boy. But so he came aboard with this, and he has basically said that that this franchise is tainted,
right?
That it is not, it's not as credible, really, in a lot of ways, like compared to the other ones.
Okay.
And the sequels were a big part to blame.
Okay.
So his quote was,
what a way to blame it on everybody else but myself.
Yeah. So I think the brand,
they messed it all up. I'm just trying to fix it.
So they interviewed him, and he's quoted as saying, "I think the brand has been tainted a little bit. I don't want to disparage the work of any of those movies, and some of them were interesting, but I feel like they just played into the world of the Terminator. It was essentially a different thing. T2 was just one of those events that was a fucking revelation. It's one of those films that everyone remembers what they were doing when they first saw it. I still don't think I realized what I'm doing trying to follow that up."
That doesn't sound like a director who is totally confident in what he's doing or what he's going to present is going to be something people are going to like. It sounds like he's looking
110%.
for a way out. He's trying to say, hey, this isn't that good. Hey, remember all these other crappy movies? I'm probably a little better than those, but hey, all of these sequels screwed up everything, so don't blame me for this one. That's what this is coming off as.
I think you're exactly right. I think, look, these movies suck. Mine's gonna be better than that.
Yeah, but
mine ain't gonna be good.
It ain't gonna be good, but it's gonna be better than
that. And okay, so what do you think about those comments?
Exactly.
I know you just said that, but I mean, like, what do you think? What do you think about? Do you think there's any, is there any merit to what he's saying? Do you, based off the trailer, based off the footage, based off everything that you see, you think this is just an excuse before the reviews come out?
Yes, I absolutely believe it's a good excuse, but also too, Terminator makes too much money from merchandising all across the board. It makes too much money to not make sequels. I just think that in a sense they should just continue. Remember how I kind of felt with I think we were talking about Suicide Squad when it first happened. I was like, we're gonna reboot. Nah, don't do that. Just continue. It was like we all sucked it up. We took that one. We were happy with what we got, more or less, and then we just kept going. Same thing with Ninja Turtles. It's like, hey, you know what? Maybe this one, the second one, wasn't that great of a film or something like that, but just keep going. Just keep going.
Give me a third.
Yeah, give me a third one, and then I'll tell you, it's like, okay, you should have stopped.
Just close the nose. Just close the noses up.
Yeah, so, I mean, just continue on. It's the rebooting that's annoying people.
And I think that bringing Linda Hamilton back I think that was. I mean, they saw obviously the success that Halloween had with bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back, and
They were like, oh, she could still bring some money in.
and Halloween 2 is probably one of the best sequels ever. So, and they completely scrapped that.
That's the one I forgot. It is, like I said, they Tokyo Drifted, they Rocky 5, they Halloween 2.
They Halloween 2 did, yeah. Well, not necessarily because, you know, the Judgment Day actually did happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you look at Halloween and, you know, you completely block out part 2 from the hospital and then, you know, it just starts right then and there and eliminates everything else. And it made millions of dollars. And she's one of the probably, I think she's the top grossing female star over 60 to have that kind of revenue coming from her movie.
Okay.
Because of that, I think that's why they brought Linda Hamilton back to try to boost that up.
This is the second coming of Jerry Action.
Yes,
the female Jerry Action
version of Jerry Action. Yeah, the Expendables.
Well, that's probably on its way now
too. Yeah, but you know, I don't think that it's gonna have the same returns. I don't think it's going to have the same reaction. Don't get me wrong. It was good to see Linda Hamilton back as Sarah Connor.
I didn't think she should have a main role out there. She should have like a small supporting role or something like that. But they wanted to move away from John Connor and just kind of see what else.
Well, they brought Furlong back too.
I heard that, but like.
So I don't know.
He hated the Transformers, the Terminator franchise for so long. How did he even get him back there? There was like.
Not as bad as Jake Lloyd did for Phantom Menace.
I say it's neck and neck because Furlong hated I keep wanting to say Transformers, Terminator for so long. But I don't think him being. It's not like we wanted to see Edward Furlong back, and I was like,
why?
Why would we want to see him back? We want to see adult John Connor. Have you seen him lately?
I know.
He is not adult John Connor. He's not the grizzled vet. There's like he's been out there fighting wars. That dude looks like he's been living in his mom's basement for 20 years. But what I'm saying is that bringing him back doesn't bring me any joy. I'm not just even the nostalgia act.
I was about to say, but what about the nostalgia? Not even that.
Linda Hamilton's the only nostalgia that I need from this, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't even think they needed him. They could have CGI'd another, you know.
Well, they actually thought about it. They decided not to do that. The backlash on Salvation was enough to not do that.
But what they did in Genesis, when they just so Genesis said, okay, he aged. So now when I look at Dark Fate, I feel like it's the sequel to Genesis because I just assume it's the same Terminator.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. Because you don't, and Linda Hamilton is just Emilia Clarke.
Yeah. Aged up.
Aged up, yeah. At least there's no Jack Courtney in this. I'm good with that.
See Jack Courtney.
the whole thing of bringing Arnold back, especially the way he looks, because they don't even feature him that much in the freaking in the trailer. They feature Sarah Connor more.
He's probably got a small part. And they got the girl who they cut her hair and
to look like, I don't know.
I've still got my thoughts about how she looks in this film, but
I'm going back.
It's going back to her. She is going to be the focus of the movie. He's making a cameo. Linda Hamilton's a major supporting character, and Edward Furlong will just pop up on screen.
She's become Reese. Linda Hamilton has kind of become Kyle Reese.
Okay, I can see that
in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
And the threat is the new Terminator, which is the guy that played Ghost Rider, I believe, in the series, right?
That is right. That's right. That is him. I didn't even think about that.
And there is the new design of this Terminator, the villain Terminator, is not impressive.
Where like he can separate from his skeleton and stuff like that.
I'm not a fan. It's just
then why not just make two Terminators?
I don't know. I don't blame.
And by the way, hold on, wait. Let me think about this right now. Okay, so all the stuff that he just took a big shit on all the other sequels, but he used everything from all the other sequels.
Yes, he did.
It was like, oh, a part Terminator, part human thing with your boy
Salvation.
Yeah. So he took that. He took the Liquid Terminator. He took the Endoskeleton Terminator, and it's like he brought back Linda Hamilton. Exactly. It's like he brought back. He did everything. It's like, how can I mix all the sequels together into one movie? And then let me crap on all the other sequels that were out there. Oh, and he brought back old Arnold.
Yeah, you're right. That is actually true. No wonder it's actually they're considering this part 3 because it's all these other ones are in part.
It's like we mashed them all together, made you this one movie, and then you're gonna go ahead and see it. I'm gonna sit there and I've seen this before. As a matter of fact, all they need to do now is make John Connor evil. If they make Edward Furlong evil, boom! That's everything.
No more resistance.
Nothing.
Nothing. Because
everything.
Yeah.
And the new Skynet's gonna be Apple.
Hey, you said don't even joke. That could be actually happening.
It's gonna be Apple.
Okay, so we're watching it. We have to.
Yeah, we
have to watch it.
For this show, we have to. Right?
You know. So tell us what you think about the trailer. Tell us what you think about Tim Miller's view on this. Is he to blame? Is he making excuses?
What's the dude who did Suicide Squad?
David Ayers. Right, David Ayers?
Yeah, David Ayers. Basically, same thing David Ayers said right before Suicide Squad came out. He was like, I had a vision, and they totally ruined my vision. And I mean, he didn't go as far as saying that.
But
Tim Miller didn't go as far as saying that. But basically, he was trying to get in front of a movie. David Ayers was trying to get in front of a movie that was going to come out that people weren't going to like. And he made that statement right before it released to say, like, hey,
kind of like that influence as far as opinion before
they know it's not gonna be something. They probably sat there, re-edited, like, or obviously Ayers was out, he didn't get to re-edit his movie, but Miller was probably like, this isn't what I thought. I thought this was gonna be a really, really good movie. It didn't come out the way I want. And they talk about that. It's like nobody goes in to make a bad movie, but sometimes it just doesn't. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't come out the way that they wanted it to come out. So I mean, hey, whatever. If you guys see the movie, you know, put it down in the comments below. I mean, we got problems. I got problems. I got a lot of problems. But let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Is Tim Miller to blame? Is he already making excuses? I don't know. Whatever. Tell us what you think. Terrence, take us home.
All right. Yeah. So. We got a lot of things to rant about, and I know we do these kind of infrequently, our little good rants where we just kind of talk about something. If you guys have some suggestions for it, make sure you put it in the comments below. We'll definitely talk about it, especially if it's something that's one of my triggers, and you guys know my triggers if you've been watching this for quite some time. If you want to talk about something that's one of my triggers, I will go on forever.
Hey, real quick, I just want to send a shout out to you guys, to all of you guys out there on Facebook and Twitter that really helped us to network and all that good stuff and get us to over 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube. Absolutely appreciate you know, the help that you guys did for us. Special shout out to Jeff and Abel and Joe and exactly all these. Thank you all, you guys. Appreciate it. For Aspen and Mark, where the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
Terrence.